Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Shamion here from Food by Shamion. Uh, Today, I'm just going to share briefly on salt and getting salt to remain free in your salt and pepper shakers and so forth. In front of you, you are seeing my rimkins with salt, Himalayan pink salt, this one, and the next one is regular iodized salt or table salt, right? But if you want to put it in like a shaker, these salts, you can't just put it like that. Why? It's going to clump. It's not going to behave like salt because from the time the air hits it through the vents of the shakers, it's going to clump. So 20 years ago or so, I was traveling. I don't know if you all know, but I lived in Dutch St. Martin for a number of years. I'm saying Dutch St. Martin because most persons don't know that St. Martin, the Caribbean nation, is broke up into two parts, Dutch and French. One small, beautiful island, but it's divided in two, right? So I live on the Dutch side for a couple of years. Well, and while en route there, we made a stop in Curacao. And in Curacao, I saw salt in salt shaker with some rice grains, and I didn't ask any questions. It's not until later on in life that I became somewhat highly involved in food. Probably about 2 years or so, I realized, okay, this was to stop the salt from clumping. So sometimes you might go to person's home and see some weird stuff or big time restaurants and you might not know what it's for, right? And this is the reason that you might see at the high-end restaurants at that will give you the option, like some of, for instance, the boutique hotels and so forth, or even if you are traveling, you might see some time in their shaker, but a lot of times now we have the grinders on the table because we have even the Himalayan salt in the grinders. You know, the grinder that I have, if you go back and watch some of my demos, you will see I'm displaying a pepper grinder and a salt grinder, right? But we are so well advanced now that most time they do that, but some of them, probably to save costs and all of that, or to stay very authentic and original, they may not have those grinders, right? So they may just put in their bottles looking somewhat like this one right here. These, a lot of the restaurants more use these. They are just going to simply put some rice in it. In my own, I have jasmine rice. The type of rice isn't important. What I will suggest, however, is that the rice be long grain, right? Because you know in America they get short grain rice and the white rice and so forth, or what sometimes we have it here, but it's considered pet rice. It's not the same thing they get in America. Don't mix it up. It's a lot of different things. There is so much that I want to teach you all. It isn't funny. So when you get into the fine dining aspect of things, even if you are just visiting a restaurant and it's high class, high standard, upscale restaurant, you might feel somewhat intimidated because, for instance, at some of the restaurants, I'm just branching off a bit here from the salt. When you go to dine, you are going to get a hot rag, right, or a hot paper, fabric or cloth napkin. What are you going to do with it? What is it used for? I've dined here a couple of years ago, about 15 years ago, at a local place in East Trinidad, and they serve their plates, they come out steaming hot, the plate itself, not the food. So, you know, all things like these I want to cover with you all in bits and pieces as much as I can. You remember I said I'm going to take breaks from time to time periodically to share some stuff about, you know, dining, food, and the different things that we use for food and certain info. It is necessary. I don't just want to cook and seem fancy, but there's a wealth of knowledge out there and I want to share with you all as much as I can. So I just thought I'll do this quick thing about the salt and you having to keep your, listen, treat your home, keep your home beautifully. It doesn't matter. It does not matter, right? So in my vintage shakers now, I wouldn't really store salt in it because, like I said, it rusts, it causes rust over time, right? So you get the glass ones or the high-end plastic ones, salt and pepper shaker, and you store it in there with rice grain, and it's going to move about so easy. You won't have the need to, you know, some of you could agree that even when you store your salt, you will realize it clumps together. But when you put the rice grain, there is effortless movement of the salt. You all understood that? So I just thought I'll share because I promised some time ago that I was going to shut things down from time to time, do some demos or videos rather on location, different locations apart from my own kitchen, and that I was going to share and do things like these from time to time with you all, including kitchen gadgets. I want you all to become familiar with kitchen gadgets. So from time to time I'm going to take periodical break periodically and breaks and do things like this for you guys. This is not going to take over in any way me cooking, because you all know the cooking aspect of Food by Charmian is my first love, and I thank you all for all your love and support. So I just thought I'd share this bit of information with you guys today. I'll be with you all pretty soon. I have a lot of work lined up for you guys. I thank you all, to all my new supporters. I take the time to welcome you. Your presence and support is appreciated here greatly. Don't be intimidated. If you have a question and I can help, I will answer once it's food related and so forth. Feel free to share and all of that. And to those of you that are so amazing, I want to take the time to just thank you for your continued support. I want to take the time to thank you for staying on with us. And there's a lot to come. There is a lot to come. You all don't know the things I have lined up for you all, right? So guys, I'll be with you all soon. Until I'm with you all, bye.